Hello! Welcome to Bro Banter, the ultimate podcast for dudes and bros. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome. Ultimate podcast for dudes and bros, Bro Banter. My name is Stefan, with me always as David. We got a very, very exciting episode for you guys as always, and man, happy Halloween, guys. Beetlejuice, and
I'm just a crazy clown.
yeah, I thought you were
Because
gonna.
I love clowns.
Yeah, because he's always clowning around. I thought you were gonna have the mask on when we started.
I don't know, it got too hot.
Too hot. All
I got a
right.
beard here, and it's just too hot in there.
So, for those of you that have been around and know how the show goes, we typically start off with last week's predictions, last week's picks. Fantastic job, dude. David actually sent me his picks a little late, so he had a little bit more time to research than normal. Still did fantastic, guys. Out of 16 games last week, right? When did 16? Yeah, 16 games last week. David missed 3. Are you kidding me?
I haven't got 2 of the upsets.
Yeah, and which we're gonna talk about that. I think you had some inside information, dude. I'm not really, I don't really know what's going on here, but yeah. So, David missed 3. That's at 81%. I missed 5, which, if you're most of America, I feel like you missed 5. Like, I feel like if you're literally everybody, you probably missed 5.
Well, at least one of those.
I'm in several other pick pools, and 80% of everybody missed 5.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about some of them. So my 5 missed. I rounded up. Puts me at a 70%. David missed 3. My God, that's 81%. That's incredible, dude. Great job. If you guys have been following these last few weeks, that does put David ahead, but there's still plenty of football left, and I don't quit. All right. On to the breakdown. Before we get started into football, did you hear about what happened on Saturday?
What do you mean?
Okay, so I'm taking it you didn't hear about it.
Probably not.
Adam Johnson, right? He's a hockey player.
Yeah.
Plays for the Nottingham Panthers.
Okay.
Was playing in a game on TV with the Sheffield Steelers. Collided with another player, got into a freak accident, and the skate slit his throat.
Oh, I didn't hear about
He
that.
died on the rink, dude.
Jeez.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
So he actually died?
Actually died. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You knew where it was going.
I didn't.
Yeah. Hamlin.
Yeah.
You do it.
You still did it. I told you not to, and you did it anyway.
No, I mean that's terrible. I mean that's not something that you can predict, anyways.
Dude.
Yeah.
Traumatizing for
Everybody that was there.
Everybody.
Player, coach, anyone that was in the stands, anybody at that match, it's going to be traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that was watching it on TV is going to be traumatized, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did 10 years in the service. You get shot at, that's normal. You put your life on the line. They don't do that. They go out there and play a sport for, a decent amount of money, but it's a sport. It's not like life and death. I've lost more buddies of mine stateside, crossing the street or, losing their battle inside their own head and stuff. That's totally different. This is a sport, That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. When I heard about it, my buddy Waylon, he was the one that first brought it up to me, and I had not, because I don't follow hockey. I'm not a big fan of hockey.
I've been watching a little bit, but I haven't followed it as much as normal. Yeah.
I really don't even understand how, like, the rules of hockey. But
see, I do. I'm a Blues fan, and I've been that way since I can remember. But I don't really watch hockey as much due to the fact that football and wrestling is what really saved me as a kid. Kept me out of the drugs and the problems and everything else, and that's what I've stuck with. I still follow most other sports. I don't follow it like on the TV and stuff, but I still follow them.
Yeah, I don't even know how it's played, but yeah, dude. So since then, neck guards have gone up like insanely, and I'm
they're
sure you
going
can.
to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can understand that they're probably going to make it a requirement. And I'm really really interested to see how the league is going to respond to that, because they could respond really really positively and make this very very freak accident, bad situation into something that could be positive down the road. And
Yeah, but they could also go the other way.
they
too.
absolutely could. So.
And that's one of those things that you have to tread a very fine line.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said, depending on their response, like if they provide counseling and pay expenses and help the team, both teams, come to transition, and the fans, and you have a response as far as safety. That's what I'm hoping to see, and if that does happen, we're gonna keep you guys updated on that. Now, getting into football. Before we get into this week, I did want to give an update to our fans on something that we did talk about last week. Do you remember what was a really big topic that we talked about last week?
Yeah, a couple.
We did have a couple. It was a player that was added to a shit list of mine.
To a what?
A shit list. Of just piece of shit motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, who'd you add?
Remember what the context
the guy
was?
that targeted.
All right,
yeah,
sweet.
I know who you're talking about. I can't.
Kareem Jackson.
There you go.
Kareem Jackson. You want to know what happened? So he was issued the 90,000 in fines, right,
Mm-hmm.
for like
right.
the five different bad things that he is. So he had unnecessary roughness, targeted hits, head-to-head contact, 5 times out of 7 weeks, resulting in injuries for players. He was targeting low blows on the Dolphins so much that he had been ejected from 5 different games. 90,000 in fines.
What else happened?
4-game suspension.
It's warranted.
That was appealed to 2.
Appealed to 2?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he had to get fined, but at the same time, I mean, if he doesn't change,
Man.
huh?
I want at least a 3-game suspension. I want it to get appealed to 3. You're out here hurting people on purpose.
Yeah, you're purposely going
on
after
purpose, man.
Which is more than a fine warrant. He should be suspended.
Yeah, after the third one. After the third one, he should have been suspended.
Look, some of these suspensions the first of the year were just happenstance riding with somebody drink driving and stuff like that. This is targeting players on the field.
Yeah.
So I could see a 4-game. I don't know why they dropped it down to 2. Maybe due to the team and the needs or whatever else. The NFL can make exceptions. Do I feel like an exception should have been made there? No, if he's already been booted out of all those games for a reason.
Right.
No. Yeah. I don't even think it should have been appealed to 3. I think he should have got 4.
Uh-huh.
To be honest.
Absolutely. All right. Moving on. Final day of trade deadline.
Yeah, 4 p.m.
Hold on. Before we get into that, let's talk about last week. Let's break down this, because this is going to get interesting and it's going to take up a lot of time.
Yeah.
You said, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Which one? The Raiders and Devontae Adams?
No, not that. We'll get to that. The bigger elephant. Like, what's the bigger elephant? Out of what happened all weekend?
The biggest elephant?
Yeah.
The Chiefs losing?
And San Fran's back-to-back loss.
Oh, yeah, the 3 losses in a row?
Yeah, both of them. Like, those are the...
No, they're 3.
Huh?
3 losses in a row now. There's 3 losses.
No, it's only 2, back-to-back.
Nope.
Yes.
I'm going to count them. They lost to the Vikings. Before that, was it the Browns? And now this weekend.
No.
Dude.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, you are right.
Yeah, they
No,
lost
you're right.
3-1.
You're right. Yeah, because they're not even first in their conference anymore because they have 3 losses.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Damn. Yeah. You know what? I just agreed with you. You don't have to do that.
That's okay. I was already there.
So let's talk about that because they both lost, right? No one expected them to lose.
Yeah, I had them winning because of who they were going against.
Yeah, absolutely, both of them.
I mean, the Bengals were coming off. I did tell my wife twice I should have picked the Bengals when I was doing them.
Joe Burrow's been shit all year.
Well, when I was picking them, I was like, I need to pick the Bengals, and she's like, why? I said because they're coming off a bye. Burrow's gonna have to show something, and this might be the game because the whole team is coming off a bye. And she goes, well, go with your gut. And I was like, no. 3 games in a row losing with the 49ers, I don't see that happening, but the Bengals could do it. And so I chose the 49ers over what I was going to do, but either way, the 49ers should have won that game, especially since it was at home.
Mm-hmm. So
if it was in Cincy, I would have just picked Cincinnati right off the bat anyways for an upset game because they were coming off a bye.
So let's talk about your boy. You Mr. MVP. Fucking Berkey.
That's what happens when a system fails.
Thank you, dude. So he was a system quarterback and
He's
a
not.
quarterback.
He's built around a system, and he's not. You got to give him a chance. I've said that about.
How much more of a chance do you need, David?
He needs a chance. He's not getting a chance. He's putting the ball where it's supposed to be, where that person's supposed to be.
David had 1 touchdown and
I get it. I get it.
3 turnovers.
I get it. And in 2 of those losses, he ran it down the field and he had a kicker fucking him over.
I'll give you that. At least he did put up some.
So in 2 of those games,
look, at least he actually got 365 yards out of that loss.
But 2 of those, the first one, the kicker muffed that last one. Yes, I got you. But I'm saying
that's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
that's good. 365 yards, but but the way that he's getting and look, I think that is
the issue is
attrition.
he's having to fight for those now.
Yes, absolutely, because he can't look. And I'll show you. I'll after we get done here, I'll show you. He cannot read defenses. He can't do it. He can't read defenses.
I don't think he's allowed to.
David.
Look at the Jets.
No. Hold on. Stop. I'm not talking about he's not calling audibles.
I don't think he's ever had to. Oh. When he's been in the NFL, he's never had to. And so he's not going back to his college ways.
Why hasn't he had to? Because of the weapons.
Well, because it's been built around that.
Because everything is so strong.
Because he knows on that offense that if he throws it in the area that person's supposed to be,
someone's going to catch it.
That person will get the ball because of the talent around that area.
They're incredible.
The issue is, if that talent starts to dip, you have to be able to pay attention to that.
Because what's happening is he's getting pressured.
He's been pressured these last 3 games like he's never been pressured before.
He cannot.
But here's the thing. He's never had to deal with that because it's always been, this is what you're doing, this is what you're doing, this is what you're doing. Since he's been out of college. Look at the Jets. Their quarterback. I said from week 1 that he needs to get a chance because he was never given a chance anytime he started.
You're right. I didn't give him
Nobody
I wrote
did.
Him off.
Nobody did.
I wrote him off.
Yeah, and they kept just handing the ball off, and hoping the run game would do it. If you give somebody a chance that wants to fight for a position and get paid, that has the talent to do the things that they did in college, whether it's in Iowa or not, I think Purdy, if he's actually forced to read defenses like he did when he was in college, can still put up numbers and be one of the top tiers.
I think he has to learn defenses, man.
But he has to relearn it in the NFL.
Because
college is different than the NFL.
I watched him 2 different times throw to an area where
only a defender was there.
Yeah,
I get that.
Well, and the defender because in practice that particular it was the middle linebacker, and all they have to do is just fade back instead of staying man to man. And I don't think he's
because he's never had to. That's my point. Since he's been a starting quarterback in the NFL as a 49er, 3rd string, coming out, he's never had to read the defense like he did in college. So it's picking up on something new anyways because the NFL defense is going to be way more than he's used to going against an Iowa. And he's learning it now versus when he first started because Shanahan's offense is built around just throw it to that area, that person's going to get it.
Yeah, but
hand it to this guy, he's going to get it.
But Kyle Shanahan is also like he's the quarterback coach, man.
You're right, but I don't think he's given him a chance to read defenses because I don't think he's had to. I think he's given him the plays, and this is where this guy's going to be to throw it here.
I think
he's had to use his feet more than you've ever seen him
NFL,
had to use.
You absolutely.
Yeah, but as a last pick in a draft, you can't say he's a fraud.
I don't think we can do that for him anymore, man. We can't. It can't be he's MVP, but we also don't have the expectations.
Oh, he's not MVP.
You said that. You were saying that 2 weeks ago.
I was, but he has since he's been pressured, and we see it. He's not MVP material.
No,
he won't be this year.
I told you
he won't be. But is he not still a top tier? In my opinion,
no.
He is because he's at least taking his feet and trying to get down the field. And
the kid's got heart for sure.
2 of those games
would
have been W's if the kicker Moody, the rookie kicker they got, would have put it through. That second game 6 points and that first game's 3.
The game would have been won if the mistakes, if he hadn't made the mistakes. The game would have been won if Kittle would have got the ball more. The game would have been won if C-Mac hadn't got shut down. We can't do that. That's not fair to Moody. But I get what you're saying. I understand.
He took it all the way down.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Moody has taken 50-yarders and kicked them through.
I get what you're saying.
But 40-yarders, he just swiffing them.
But
you can't take a team win and a team loss and take it away from the team.
He's a good quarterback and he's got a lot of heart. But is he a top tier? No.
For what's out there right now, I'd put him top tier. With 3 losses, 2 of those could have been W's anyways. If the team would have kicked up and the whole team would have worked around it. That last one was sad and pathetic. I'll give you that. He took it on his legs a lot more.
I'm worried that they're not going to make it to the NFC Championship.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're at least going to the playoffs, if not the championship game. I think we'll see.
They're for sure going to the playoffs.
I think we'll see. We might see the 49ers and Eagles in the NFC Championship. Because the Cowboys like to choke in their game 1. We might. Depending on who the 49ers play in their first game, we might. Depending on how they line up. It's possible.
No,
I think it'll come back.
I honestly think it's going to be...
They got a bye week this week?
No, listen, it's going to be a Philly-Detroit NFC Championship.
Oh, Detroit's NFC. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Those guys are... they're cruising after that loss. I thought that would be more of a blowout game when they went there because it was a lot closer than I would have thought, but they still came out with a W pretty good.
And especially with...
I mean, Gibbs just...
Especially with Cousins out.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into that. Actually,
we're in a blowout game this week.
We're just gonna cover over that. Now, let's talk about the other elephant in the room. You and all that shit talking you were doing last week about Jacoby Myers and
hey, he still got
Davante
less
Adams.
points than Davante.
No, he didn't.
Are you sure?
Yes. 110%.
Because neither one of them got any fucking thing.
Yeah, I'll break it down for you because it's the bro breakdown. So David, in all of his confidence, was sure as shit. Jimmy G's coming back. Devontae's gonna get yardage. They're gonna win.
Did you see the overthrows?
Dude, I saw the whole
There
fucking
was
game.
Fucking 4 overthrows. Jimmy G couldn't even fucking dime him. There would have been 3 touchdowns if he'd have got it to Devontae.
You know what you said? You remember what you said? I wrote it down. Here's all the papers from every fucking bro banter we've ever done. Here's this week. You said Jacoby will do worse than Davante Adams. So
I did.
You need to have him starting over Jacoby.
I did.
And then you said Davante is going to get 150 yards at least.
You know, that motherfucker would have if Jimmy G could throw the damn ball.
Do you know what Davante Adams got? He got 1 reception for 11 yards.
Yeah, did you watch the game? Like I said, 4 overthrows, 3 would have been a touchdown.
1 reception.
3
for
would have been
11
touchdowns.
yards.
And it would have been across the fucking field. Jimmy G overthrew him 4 times. Just in long balls that he would have
I'm no
had in yards.
mathematician,
Yeah.
but that's not 150.
Yeah. I get it, it's not 150, but I'm going to tell you right
Who's in
now,
here?
he would have had.
You want him?
Yeah.
Why?
Was gonna bring him to bed.
You want to go to bed? You can open the door.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, now he's going.
Just taking the doggo to bed.
If he would have had at least 3 of those, he'd have been over 150 yards.
Yeah, and if a frog had wings, he would bump his ass when he hops.
You're right, and I am wrong. I'm 100% wrong that he did not get what he should have
pissed me
gotten. I
off.
watched that fucking game. I was pissed off at the Raiders all fucking night.
Dude, and here's the deal. They
McDaniels.
Hold on. We're gonna get there.
Bro,
In
you done.
what would you grade them?
Grade them in what? Anything?
Just in overall.
I mean,
And
the
you have to-
talent
you have
on
to
that
think-
fucking on that team.
Yeah, I'm asking you for a letter grade.
Last night's game would be an F.
No.
Their weekend
No.
game would be an F. The talent on their fucking
So
team
look,
would put them as like a B.
Realistically, it's a D. It's a D. The defense is spectacular. They have great defense.
Well, I mean, yeah,
They have great
and
defense, and they have
should have a
amazing
great
talent.
offense.
But the play calling is
Dude, McDaniels,
they absolutely have to
you need
create
to cut your
separation.
losses,
Yeah.
Raiders.
No. Yeah. Yes, they have
Get
to create
away from
separation.
McDaniels. He needs to go to assistant of an assistant at this point to
No.
relearn how to be a coach.
I don't think he needs to have much interaction with the NFL.
Well, I don't either, but I'm just saying if he was to have a coaching job, it needs to be like
Because look, it was
the
under
assistant's
that
assistant
decision making that we saw everything
or
happen with
some
Derek
shit.
Carr,
Yeah.
and that left a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Well,
We're seeing this was the second completely lifeless week from them.
yeah. They have so much talent on that team. They'd be at least number 2 in their division, if not number 1, because the Chiefs are sucking. So I mean, that's ridiculous. That coach needs to go to high school.
Yeah, it reminds me of
Fuck, man.
It reminds me of a few years ago. Well, it wasn't
That
a few
whole
years
game
ago.
pissed
It was
me
actually a
off.
while ago. After Andy Reid and Doug Peterson, I think it was after Doug Peterson, when we got Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly, if you watch this, I know you don't because we only have like 4 motherfuckers that do. But if you do, oh, I fucking hate you, Chip Kelly. So Chip Kelly, he's the one that got rid of LaShawn McCoy. You know, the number 1 running back in the NFL at the time, to the Buffalo Bills for a kicker named Kiko Alonso. Who the fuck is Kiko Alonso? He got rid of
Where's
Deshaun
he at
Jackson.
right now?
Who?
Kiko Alonso.
I don't know.
That's my point.
I don't know. I don't.
That's my fucking point. Listen. If you're
got
out
rid
there
of Deshaun
listening,
Jackson, Jeremy Maclin.
I know that you're part owner of the Raiders now, Tom Brady. You need to go ahead and just,
It's a little hard.
what is that called? Use the crybabiness that you normally had in the NFL in the pool with refs to get some pool and get that motherfucker McDaniels out of there. You need a new coach.
Don't you never disrespect Tom Brady on the show.
I didn't.
You just did.
No.
Call him a crybaby.
Well, you know. The shoe fits sometimes.
She
That's
doesn't.
all right.
You don't cry? That'll make you a baby. I cry all the time.
Oh my gosh. Hey, where's my flag? He's the reason why you can't hit a freaking quarterback these days, man.
Oh man, how dare you injure someone who doesn't have a mouth
Or-
guard or wear small pads or
or-
doesn't have a fucking chest plate?
Or when you go out and run, you're going to get hit.
Like,
Go out and play football, you're going to get hit. Nothing against his accomplishments. Nothing against him. I'm saying use your pool that you had with the refs
That's not what you said.
Yeah, I called him a crybaby. Here I am.
If
Your
you would have said
crybaby
it
pool.
like that, I wouldn't have said anything.
Your crybaby pool. Use your part ownership of the Raiders and try to get another coach. You need a better coach.
So
How about this? You need a coach.
I did write down a trade that happened earlier, and we're gonna get into these after we're done with the breakdown. That a Bills signed Leonard Fournette.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? You think that's gonna do anything? How old is that dude?
He's going to go as the number 2 right now, taking snaps about the same amount as their number 2 right now. Because, I mean, a good backfield to give Cook a break is always good to give your number 1 running back a break. Just look at the 49ers. They haven't given that guy a break at all, and they finally lost him for a game, and, you know, or for most of that game, and I don't think he's fully recovered. Christian C-Mac dragging all of it to him, you're going to have a backup to help him out. And I think Fournette's going to give him a little bit more power there. I mean, he is older, but he's always been a power back.
Did you say Fournette? It's Fournette.
Okay. Well, I mispronounced it. Fournette.
Okay. That's why I was just making sure.
Okay, Fournette.
Yeah,
We'll give him more
French.
power because he's always been a power back. So, I think he'll do pretty decent. If not, become the number 2.
We'll see. I don't really give a fuck. I don't like that team. It's just something that I wrote down. It's been a long time on there, and I was in just a long time ago. Dude, can I ask you something really honest as we segue into something else?
What's that?
Do you think that the Eagles' defense has like gone down a peg because of what happened on Sunday? Or was that just a really, really good game for Washington?
Listen, how many sacks did you have against Allen?
1.
And he's the most sacked quarterback. You got to give the Commanders the due service that they require. They came out to play that game.
They
So
did.
I don't
Okay.
think your defense should take a hit for that game.
Everyone is giving them a hit.
Well, I get it. Everyone's going to doubt. Look, everyone's saying if you play the Chiefs this year, that's your Super Bowl for the year. Except look at the Chiefs this year.
Yeah.
So, everyone can say it. Do I believe they took a hit for that? No. I believe the Commanders came out to play and try to get a W and play with everything they got. Hal only got sacked 1 time. He's the most sacked quarterback.
Right.
That offensive line at that point in time protected their quarterback so that they might have a chance of beating the number 1 team in the NFC right now.
Yeah, in the NFL. You know he led the league in fantasy? QBs?
They came to play, man.
He did. They had a spectacular game, dude, and I still believe that it was our defense that saved our ass. But yeah, Sam Howell,
They were playing the number 1 team in the NFC.
NFL.
I said what I said.
Well, you're wrong, and that's why I'm correcting you again. It's like it's Fournette and it's NFL.
81%.
It's 93%.
No, my picks.
Oh. Oh, you're talking about the completion for the brotherly show. Yeah, Sam Howell, dude, he had 397 yards, passing yards. He had 4 touchdowns and only 1 interception. He had a 75% completion rating.
And we may see that again this week.
No, we won't.
Are they going to buy?
No. They're just not that good, and it's not going to happen twice.
Okay. What I'm saying is we may see it again.
No.
Due to the fact that some of these teams that started the season off, like the Bengals, are starting to get their footing in.
No, stop that shit. You cannot fucking compare the Washington Commanders with the Cincinnati Bengals. Are you seriously just telling me that Sam Howell's like Joe Burrow?
No, I didn't
Joe
say
Burrow
that.
had a calf injury, dude. Sam Howell sucks dick.
I did not compare the two for one.
It sounded like
I
it.
compared the 2 teams and their start for the season. That's what I compared.
I didn't hear a difference.
Of course you did.
Same thing.
No. You can have all the talent in the world. If you start the season off
You're automatically bad.
scraping and
And if you
shoving
start
and
the
losing,
season off good, you're fucking MVP. 2 weeks ago, you were talking.
Oh my god.
You're just proving me right, dude. We're gonna go back and watch episodes, and I'm just gonna bask in the correctness where you're just like 81%, 81%. That stings a little. You better stop it. Anyway, who's MVP?
As of right now, it's Hurts and Tua tied in the standings. I'm pretty sure.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Is
And for some reason, Mahomes is still up there.
yeah, because he's like Brady, dude. You can't ever count him out.
What do you do this week?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Like literally,
Nothing.
he had 241 yards.
The motherfucker reason why I lost.
He had no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a fumble loss.
He was sick. He had the flu 3 days prior.
So did Jalen 2 weeks ago.
Crybaby ass fucking millionaires. Do your fucking sport. That is your job. That's your career.
Look,
How about you play it?
We lost a bunch of starters, an offensive coordinator, and a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, half of our defense has been out for fucking 4 games.
Hey, this isn't a which one's hurting more.
Well, I'm
If
just
anything,
saying,
I think
like-
the motherfuckers that call this shit were coming in with strangers to lead our team. That's probably the hardest hit. And Jalen's now more of a pocket passer than he's ever been. He threw for 319 yards again, 1 fumble lost, which really wasn't even his fault. I don't even know how the fuck that happened. That one that was on the brotherly shove on the goal line. Yeah.
Oh, the fumble loss?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's kind of like Crosby just yanking out of the old dude's hand.
Well, no, I can see that. He's a fucking monster, but this is a play that we run all the time, and we're really good at it. But he had no interceptions and 4 touchdowns. And he hasn't really used his legs a lot. And Tua has more yards, less touchdowns, or more touchdowns and less interceptions. But I don't think he's ever going to get the respect that he deserves because no one thinks that he's going to be able to play a full season.
Well, and since he's been in the NFL, he's gotten a bad rap anyways. From the coaching that he had with Flores, didn't have any trust in him. He was always put down. They were talking about Tom Brady coming and replacing him. I mean, the guy had never had a chance, and so
When he gets a chance, he has a blowout season, but
nobody believes he's going to continue.
well, no, dude, because like one more and he's out. One more and he might die. You don't know what's going on in that brain. I had a neuroscientist or a neurologist look me in my eye and tell me that she could study Brooks' brain only, just that one person's brain for the next 1,000 years, and still not know, and still know more about the universe than she knows about her mind.
Yeah.
That is crazy to me. He's a ticking time bomb, dude. He could go out on the field tomorrow.
We don't know though.
We know that he's more likely to.
Do we?
Yeah. Yes. Science says.
Listen, I've had about, I don't know, 8 to 10 concussions my damn self. And I walk around every day.
Have you ever had one that caused a seizure?
Not that I know of. But I've been knocked out cold, so I mean, did I seize up? I don't know.
Okay. Well, probably not. It's just like.
Did I look like coming out? I don't know.
Did your hands feel weird? Did you have any?
My whole body felt weird.
Oh my god, dude, you're not making this any better. Anyway, probably not, because you ain't never been. Have you? You probably.
I've never
have.
played in the NFL.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, which has proven to fuck brains up.
Proven to fuck a lot of things up.
Oh my god, it's so hard.
What?
You make this difficult. I get it because he's your quarterback, but let's talk objectively.
I am.
How long do you really see him lasting?
If he keeps going like he is now.
We can't do that.
Okay, so just from statistical proof, he had 1 bad year with concussions. I could see him in the next 5 years at least.
At least?
Yeah. He's only had 1 year with concussions.
David, he had
That's it.
David.
That's it.
I don't think the NFL is going to let him play if he gets one more.
DeMar Hamlin died on the field. They let him come back. He's going to be comeback player of the year. Over blood clots, and he has to be on blood thinners at that point. He's still on the field.
So?
If he's cleared, he's good. Look at Deshaun Watson. He's cleared, and he doesn't even play.
You know a blood thinner doesn't keep you out of the NFL?
I realize that. But if you cut yourself, you have to be able to clot.
David, a blood thinner doesn't mean that you're
We don't know what he's
it doesn't
on.
mean that you're hemoglobic.
We don't know what he's
He's
on.
probably on a regular barrel regimen.
Maybe. Motherfucker died on the field for a blood clot, right? We don't even know if it's a blood clot. They didn't even tell us.
No, it wasn't a blood clot.
It was a cardiac
It was a freak accident.
accident.
It was a freak accident. I'm saying we could probably test it on you. I could probably fucking just hit you in the chest enough. I bet one of these times it would be exactly when your heart is beating and shut that bitch down. Because that's what happened. It was because your heart stops and starts up again with electricity. And while that was in the millisecond of a fraction of a fucking...
My point is, he came back. Tua has only had concussions in 1 year.
I think because it's proven...
And this year, he has also been sacked and not had a concussion.
Yeah, have you seen him, like, what he's doing to avoid getting sacked?
He's going down properly.
No, to avoid getting sacked. His release time is quicker than anyone in the NFL.
It always has been.
No, it hasn't.
You're telling me last year his release time wasn't better than anybody else's?
No. I'm saying that there were people that had release times up there as quick as his. I'm saying that there is no one that touches close to his release time now. I'm saying that there is a measurable increase of his release time this year to last year. Would you agree with that?
I'm sad to.
Thank you. That's the whole point that I was trying to make. Everything you're showing me doesn't matter because you agreed to the point that I was trying to make.
That he's had to be. We've also had offensive line issues. Look at when Dan Marino was our quarterback. He had a fast release time too because he had to. We didn't have protection for our quarterback.
David, that's uncomparable because that was during the late 80s when it was a fucking run NFL. Nothing that you're showing me matters.
Quickest release in the NFL, Dan Marino.
That dude is fucking 70 years old. He's not playing. Nothing that you're showing me matters. You agreed to what I said. He is absolutely quicker, much quicker.
And I said why?
Because he has to. He has to because he
doesn't have the protection that the Chiefs give their quarterback, the Bengals give their quarterback, and he gets pressured all the time. These offensive lines are protecting the quarterback. Terran Armstead, who we got 2 years ago, now because this is the second year we've had him, he's been more injured than he's played, and he's supposed to be that person that's supposed to be the left side to protect him because he's a left-handed thrower.
I bet Tua gets sacked less than Mahomes.
This year? Yeah. Mahomes had what, 3 of them this weekend alone from the Broncos?
You know who was stupid high up there with the points too this week? As far as quarterbacks?
Who was stupid high?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Compared to what he was supposed to get.
Well, he's actually having a really good season this year, dude. He really is. Even with that one bad game. He's actually, I think I wrote it down. Yeah, he's at 2,165 yards.
Yeah, 2021. Second highest, fastest release time, 2.52 seconds. That was 2021.
Hey, will you listen to me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Now let I have your undivided attention. Allen's having actually a really good year this year.
For what? Turnovers.
Quarterback. Do you know that he only has one more turnover than you? And Tua?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
For the season right
Yeah.
now? No. Not last season. Motherfucker was a turnover king.
He's got 2,165 yards passing, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Tua is 2,416 yards.
And he broke the franchise record for the first 8 games, which Dan Marino had.
Yeah, but like we can't even really take that. Like a lot of those passing yards, we have to because Tyreek Hill's
He's
yak.
not a pass kind of guy. He's not a past football star kind of guy.
No, I'm not talking about Dan Marino. Even Dan Marino, dude. Like Dan Marino had passing yards because there wasn't like.
He threw more than most quarterbacks in his.
Than
in his
almost all
frame.
quarterbacks, than most in the time. It was a running NFL.
That's my point. So if he's already thrown
But
more.
Tua, a lot of these are inflated because of Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's yak
A lot of
is.
Jalen Hurts are inflated for A.J. Brown.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
No,
The
sir.
receiver has to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy G would have great numbers if he hit 4 of those with fucking Devontae Adams this weekend.
Hey, how many yards did Tyreek Hill get in that one game against Denver? Thank you. Thank you. Right about the difference between you and Josh Allen, huh? Yeah. Right. All right. Thanks. Yeah, dude. AJ Brown does have some pretty impressive yak sometimes, but no, his average is 15 yards. You know what Tyreek's average is?
The receiver still has to catch the ball.
Yards after catch is what I'm talking about. That's what yak is.
Okay.
Most of Tua's yards, passing yards, are from Tyreek's yak. Tyreek catches the ball
Gotcha.
and goes.
Okay. I wouldn't say most of them.
Come on.
I would say probably about a third of them. He's hit him in stride in the end zone. That's all Tua.
Would you say that 50% of all his passes go to Tyreek?
Probably more.
And would you say half of all the passes that Tyreek gets are long ones?
Probably more.
Okay, so
And the short ones when he breaks tackles.
You just contradicted your own shit. So it's at least half of his yards are inflated because of yak.
You said long balls.
Yeah.
That's Tua throwing the ball to him in long balls, not the yards after the carry.
Oh, no.
That's
not true.
what I'm telling you.
No. We know that's not true.
So Tua's is inflated because of Tyreek Hill.
No, I'm saying that statement isn't true because we've already proven that earlier, just like 5 minutes ago. Remember, because we were talking about Tua not being able to stay in the pocket for long, so he has to get the ball out soon. So what he's doing is he's throwing it to where Tyreek.
Someone that fast, he's going to catch it.
David, he's not
down the field.
60 yards down the field in less than.
How far was that touchdown throw when 3 of your defenders couldn't even catch Tyreek in the end zone?
It was at least 3 seconds in the pocket.
That was
At least 3
40
seconds.
plus, maybe 50 plus yards.
At least 3 seconds in the pocket.
But how many yards was that?
I don't know. But
None after the carry because it was a touchdown.
But it was at least 3 seconds in the pocket.
My point is, even the long balls, you're taking away from Tua at that point.
I'm just saying that most of them. I'm not saying that.
You're taking away from Tua. You're saying that Hill's the reason why his numbers are that high. You're taking away from Tua. So I can take it away from Jalen Hurts.
No.
Yeah.
So you're saying that AJ Brown is as good as Tyreek?
No.
You have to then.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, because A.J. Brown did nothing in the first part of the year, and Smith did. So those receivers are padding his stats. That's what you're saying, that one person is doing this.
Okay. I'll accept that.
That's why Mahomes has what? Because he only has one. It's a tight end. None of his other fuckers can do anything. Rice did a couple. That was about it in a couple games ago. So you're padding Mahomes with Kelsey at that point. Got to catch the ball.
Does he have 2,400 yards without Tyreek?
Without Tyreek, no.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Does Jalen Hurts? Does
Does
fucking Josh Allen have that many versus Diggs?
Does Jalen Hurts have 2,100 without AJ?
No.
Probably. Probably. Probably.
No.
Yes.
But no.
Yes.
How?
What do you
Has
mean?
he had to do it without AJ?
Has he had to?
Yeah.
No.
So we don't know. You're doing
do
hypotheticals
know.
at this point when
But we can do those hypotheticals based off the information extrapolated from the sample size that we have.
without AJ Brown, he would not have those numbers.
Yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he
Who
would.
would he have to throw it to?
Devontae Smith.
This year.
Devontae Smith.
Last year.
Devontae Smith.
Who is your guys' number one wide receiver making all the plays?
AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
Gosh. Wide receiver one. Wide receiver one. Don't give me two wide receivers and tell me both are wide receiver ones.
You're asking.
Wide
you're
receiver
asking
one
who
in
makes
the
plays.
Eagles.
Is AJ Brown.
Wide receiver one.
Is AJ Brown.
Without him, last year and this year, his stats would be less.
No.
Yes, he would. He'd have
No.
to use his legs more. You can't say they wouldn't.
I can.
No.
We have extrapolated the information.
Tua didn't
and
have
seen it.
Tyreek Hill the first year he was there. And he still got it to Waddle, making numbers out the fucking box
Okay.
between his concussions. So, then no.
You're
Even
the one
without
that said that he
Tyreek,
wouldn't have that.
without Tyreek, he would then at that point. I'm using hypotheticals at this point then.
But we're
Because the numbers that he had before Tyreek Hill were still as good. He just wasn't on the field the whole time because of his concussions.
So he would have these. He would have these without
He could.
Tyreek. So Tyreek's not that good.
Tyreek is the best wide receiver in the NFL. Tell me I'm wrong.
So these are
Tell me I'm wrong.
like partial because of Tyreek.
Tell me I'm wrong.
These are partial because of Tyreek.
This year, yes.
Okay.
You can't take it away from the quarterback, dude. Because at that point in time,
All I did was ask you
Patrick
a question.
Mahomes is not top tier.
All I did was ask you a question.
But he's top tier.
He is.
But he can't be.
He is. Because look, we saw.
Because you're taking it away from Tua and giving it to Tyreek. But now you're giving it to Mahomes and not the receivers or Travis Kelce that when he was out, he lost that game.
To be honest, man, I think once we see Tua do it without Tyreek, I think we could actually consider him
Oh my
top
gosh.
echelon. I think because we saw.
Is he not in the MVP race right now? Is he not?
Well, yeah, because.
No, because of Tyreek. So you're going to say it's
Listen,
only
you said
because of a wide receiver.
No, you said.
No, I said he wouldn't have these numbers because I'm using my fucking brain.
Because of Tyreek.
You're saying
No.
that Jalen Hurts would have his numbers without A.J. Brown. He would not.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith has shown he will drop every pass in one game.
No.
2 weeks ago, he dropped every pass, dude. He only caught 1 out of 7.
It wasn't 7. It was 2. It was 2. And yes, we can say that because even if we dropped it, to say, 1,800, right? 1,800 to the 2,000 range. That's still at the same category within the other quarterbacks that he's at, which I agree with. Yeah. 2,104 yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Do I think that he would have those stats without A.J. Brown? Yes.
No, he wouldn't. You're just partial. I'm being a realist. I'm taking my ability to be impartial, whether it's my team or not, and using realistic information. You are not. Because without A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts would not have the receiving yards.
Yes, he would.
No, he would not.
Yes, he would. There's not a lot that separates A.J. Brown from other receivers in the league. There's a lot that separates Tyreek Hill from every other receiver in the league. You're going back to the one game that he did bad on? Everybody has bad games, David.
What I'm saying is, without a top tier wide receiver one that's going to catch the ball, Jalen Hurts ain't going to have those numbers. And you're saying he is no matter what because
No,
you can't
I'm
be
not
impartial.
saying that.
You
What I'm
just
saying-
said it.
what I'm saying is, no,
our listeners
no,
just heard you say
no, I
without
did not
the
say
A.J.
that. I
Brown,
did not
his
say
numbers will
that.
be the same.
That is what I said.
Yeah, and they wouldn't. Due to the fact that his receiving core without A.J. Brown
It's still great.
is now middle of the road.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Devontae Smith is a number one on other teams.
And who else do you have?
Julio Jones,
Old retired, coming in to help out. Next.
Kez Watkins.
What's he done? Next.
What are you talking about? You get too in your emotions, bud.
No, I'm
Yes.
just using facts.
No, you're
You're
not.
literally trying to use my words against me when it's not
I'm
going to
just
work.
saying what you're saying. I'm just saying what you're saying. That's
No,
it.
you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, I'm using.
I asked you a question and you answered it, and then I asked you another question and you answered it, which contradict your first answer. Yes. Either Tyreek is great and these are inflated because of him, or Tyreek is as good as
He'd
A.J.
have the
Brown.
same numbers without him. He's proven it without him.
Okay, so Tyreek is not as
Tyreek is the number one wide receiver in the NFL right now.
okay. It can't be
You
both.
cannot. Yes,
it
you
can't
can.
be both. It can't be both. It
Are you
can't be
kidding
both.
me?
It can't be both.
So you can't have great Mahomes without Kelsey. It can't be both. You can't have Jalen Hurts without
We
A.J.
don't know
Brown.
that.
It can't be both.
We don't know that. And yes,
No, you
'cause
really?
yes, we have seen A.J. Brown out, and we have seen the numbers that still were put up. But yeah, that can't be both. He can't be the greatest receiver ever, and Tua is that good without him. It can't be the same.
I'm not going to take anything away from Tua. He's proven everyone wrong, whether you like it or not. And he's proven his worth time and time again. He's already proven that he can put up yards with a rookie wide receiver as wide receiver one, over 1,000 yards in a season for a rookie. So to take what Tua can do in accuracy and deep ball and release, just because he has Tyreek Hill on there, that's ignorance. It's as simple as that.
Ignorance.
That's the lack of information. That's
That
the
is
lack of
literally
knowledge.
using information.
No, that's the lack of knowledge of the individual as a quarterback.
No, it's not.
It's as simple as
Look, he has more yards.
We're going to have to
He has-
agree
he
to
has-
disagree
he
because
has
there's
more
no
yards
way.
than everybody in the NFL. Is that because he's a great quarterback, or is that because of Tyreek Hill?
Next. We're going to agree to disagree because I'm not going to allow you to take any actual talent and abilities that has been proven from my quarterback or my wide receiver one. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because I'm just stating one simple fact. Any team would love Tyreek Hill on it.
Oh yeah.
And
because they would want their stats to go up.
75% would want Tua in there as quarterback with the quarterbacks that are showing right now. So, nice try.
I mean,
Nice try.
most of them, yeah, but
Nice try.
not for the money.
Nice try.
Repeating the same thing doesn't do anything.
That's why I said
But
we're
yeah,
gonna have to
I
agree to
agree with
disagree.
you. I agree with you that every team would want Tyreek because he is the greatest quarterback and because they would want their stats to go up 100%. For sure. He
Devontae Adams' stats would be 10 times higher with Tua throwing the ball instead of G. Simple as that. Tua's more accurate than Jimmy G. But then you're just saying it's all Tyreek Hill. So next,
I don't know. I don't want to know if I agree with that.
if you put it in his hands, Jimmy G would have put 4 of those in his hands. They would have been touchdowns.
Tua's never won a Super Bowl.
Now there's Jalen Hurts.
What does that have to do with anything? We're not talking about Jalen
You've been
Hurts.
attacking Tua this whole time.
You were just comparing Jimmy G and Tua. I
Yeah,
didn't say
what I'm
shit about.
saying
I didn't say
is
shit about Jalen.
Tua with Devontae Adams as a wide receiver one without Tyreek
Yeah,
Hill.
I'm saying Jimmy
His
G won a
numbers would be
Super
great.
Bowl. Tua didn't. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You get in your feelings and you start throwing shade.
No. I'm not even in my field. You're literally
Yes, we were just
stating.
comparing. You were the one that brought up Jimmy G, right?
Yeah, I did.
You were comparing Jimmy G and
I
Tua.
was comparing the
So
fact
then
that
I
you're
made a
putting
comparison between Jimmy G and Tua.
And
And then you talk shit on my quarterback to get me upset.
you've been talking shit on my team since we started almost.
I've been making comparisons. I've been asking you.
Oh my gosh. That's what I gotta deal with, guys.
This is what I said. I even said, I even have it down right here. If you have one major weapon that's overutilized due to necessity, that is that is easy to defend. Once figured out, we're gonna see a collapse in offense. I'm saying if there is a way that someone can triple man Tyreek
Yeah, the Eagles
without
tried.
Monster, it's gonna be a collapse.
The Eagles tried. We still got a touchdown with 3 of them on them.
Yeah, did you win that game?
No. 10-0. 10 penalty to 0.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you guys seen the Super Bowl? Jalen has.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't know why you do that.
Well, you know, just defending my team.
Okay,
someone
hold on.
attacking
You're
them.
defending them by
You were
attacking.
literally
Hold on,
attacking
no, we were talking and having a comparison. Tua is my very first one because he has the most yards in the NFL. So I asked you.
This week.
I asked you
This week he wasn't.
He
actually.
has the most yards
This
in
week.
Jesus Christ.
You're talking
This
about
season. He
Oh,
has the
Tua?
most yards in the NFL.
Okay,
He
you were
has the
talking-
most touchdowns in the NFL. He has the second least amount of interceptions than anybody in the NFL. So yeah, I think it's right that we talk about him. Yeah, moving on. Like I was saying, one major weapon. I think Christian McCaffrey. That's another one that we've seen get overutilized, and it is getting figured out because this is now the third consecutive game that he's been held under 100 yards, both receiving and rushing. Had 12 carries and 6 receptions. He had 54 rushing yards and 64 receiving yards. But he had a touchdown on both. You know what I'm talking now?
No.
I think Pat and Kelsey is another one that as it gets overutilized. And the thing is I think the overutilization comes from a lack of I don't know if the overutilization I think overutilization is okay as long as it comes from a place of success and not a place of need, right? Like we saw Christian McCaffrey get overutilized, and it was good because it was successful, and then we saw him get overutilized, and it was very bad because it was necessary.
It wasn't necessary. But that's opinion.
Coach thought it was necessary.
He hasn't given his quarterback a chance to read a defense. Just like the Jets have never given their quarterback until just recently a chance.
You're right. The kid's just gotten 3 consecutive interceptions, 3 games in a row. I think they're tired of giving him a chance. Especially from a coach that has so much success in quarterbacks. And I think it's like I said, I think it's the same thing with Pat and Kelsey. I've never seen Patrick have under 250 yards.
You're telling me Shanahan has success in quarterbacks?
Yes.
Really?
We just got into an argument because Jimmy G won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, was that Jimmy G's actual ability? Or was that the offense? Because...
I mean, when... You tell me.
It wasn't Jimmy G.
Okay, then you have just agreed that Brock Purdy is not a good quarterback.
No, I have not. No, I have not. Did the words Brock Purdy is not a good quarterback come out of my mouth, fans? No, it did not. I said Jimmy G is not that good. pretty sure Jimmy G is different than Brock Purdy. Those names are totally two different names.
But
You like to try to use words against me.
Because
but
here's
there's
what
no
you
way
do.
to do
Here's what
that.
you do, man. Here's what you do. Because you say one thing, and then you say something else that completely contradicts the first thing that you said, and you do it often.
How is me saying Jimmy G's not that good?
Because
The same thing as saying Brock Purdy's not that good.
Because
What
Jimmy
draft
G won a
class
Super
was
Bowl.
Jimmy G?
Jimmy G won
What
a Super
draft
Bowl.
position was
What
Jimmy
does
G?
that matter? That doesn't matter. Your draft
We're just
position
taking
has
everything out.
nothing to do with your talent.
You're right. Where did Jimmy G go to college?
Once again, that has nothing to do with your talent.
Oh my fucking goodness. He played in college. That's his talent. That's his talent base. That's what gets you
That has nothing to do
fucking
with your
drafted.
talent. That has nothing to do with your talent. Brock Purdy went to Iowa State. No one comes from Iowa State. Does that mean he's a good quarterback? No.
Gosh. How do you get drafted in the NFL? You just show the fuck up?
Vince Papale just was a walk-on, so shit happens.
Oh my gosh.
You know how we determine?
must be pretty
do you know,
blissful right
Do you
now.
know how we determine greatness? From accolades and achievements.
I don't get it, guys. I don't get it.
I've been saying for weeks that Brock Purdy is a system quarterback. You've disagreed with me 100 times. We talk about Jimmy G and him winning a Super Bowl. You said he's not a good quarterback. It's just a good system around him. It's such a good system around him that he can win a Super Bowl.
Eastern Illinois Panthers.
But
Who the
Brock
fuck
Purdy
are they?
can't.
...2014 draft, 62nd overall. Okay, so, again, like I stated before, where was Brock Purdy drafted? Where did Brock Purdy come from college? You don't get drafted in the NFL because you showed the fuck up. You have to show something.
You do?
Yeah,
Where'd
Vince
Trey-
Papale
hey,
showed it on the fucking field when
Where'd
they
Trey
did
Lance get
practice.
drafted? How good's he?
Well, where's he at in starting position?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
He's not. He's not.
Sometimes it's like talking to a brick wall.
You're trying to say things matter that don't matter. Trey Lance was top 3 overall. And where is he? A third string.
Where are all the top draft classes really anyways anymore?
Because that doesn't matter. None of that matters. What I'm trying to say.
So,
all I've
literally,
said.
his stats don't fucking matter to you.
No, your draft stock doesn't pertain to how good you are.
The stats that you put up in college or at the combine put you in the draft position that you get. Is that not correct?
To an extent.
To an extent?
To an extent.
It's just making shit up now?
To an extent.
My name's good, so I get drafted.
Your draft stock absolutely determines how much money you make. Does your draft stock say how good you are? No. Absolutely not.
Said how good you are.
Yeah, then why are you trying to bring
My
up draft
point
stock?
is Jimmy G
That
came
matter.
out way faster, and he is not as good as Brock Purdy. That's my point.
Based
But
on
whatever.
What? Based on what?
Last week alone.
Based on 1 week of play, you say that.
That week alone.
Based on 1
You've
week of
been
play.
dogging Brock Purdy
You
on
can't-
overthrows or misconnections. But yet it's
Jimmy
Devontae
G-
Adams' fault instead of Jimmy G's on his
Dude,
fucking overthrows?
Has Jimmy G played this season?
It's like
How
one
many
one
games-
hand,
how
half a
many
dozen
games-
the other.
how
We're
many
going to
games
say it
has
this
Jimmy
way,
G
but we're not
played
going to
this
believe it
season?
this way.
How many games has Jimmy G played this season? We watched Brock Purdy in 3 consecutive games have misconnections, cannot read defenses, and interceptions. It has been a consistent downhill slope like I have predicted. And that's another team where there is so much talent. that they should not be losing football games. And I don't think that Kyle Shanahan is like Josh McDaniels. I don't think they're gonna I don't think he's gonna let losses continue to happen. Even with 365 yards. Because 3 turnovers with only 1 touchdown isn't gonna cut it. Especially if Christian McCaffrey is getting held to under 100 yards.
That's fucking sad.
What? That's sad? Are you saying that's sad?
And dude, he only has 10 more wins than losses.
I don't think you know much about like head coaching standings. Going over 500 is an accolade. This is crazy.
What?
I can't, I don't understand how we are on such polar opposites for like on something that shouldn't even be that crazy. Like you'll die on the hill of this fucking kid.
No.
It seems like it.
No. I will die on the hill of what I said versus what I didn't say. Don't put words in my mouth.
I didn't put words in your mouth.
You did. You
What'd I
said
say?
because I said Jimmy G's not that good, Brock Purdy's not that good. Because that's words in my mouth. Brock Purdy is better than Jimmy G. And I will tell it straight out the box.
Okay. But
You're telling me because I said Jimmy G's not that good. You're like, he has a Super Bowl ring. So you're saying Brock Purdy's not that good. That's not what I'm saying. Do not put words on my mouth. It's as simple as that.
How do we determine
Now, Brock Purdy has how many games? Jimmy G has how many? That's my point.
but the opportunity was there. It's about the opportunity.
The opportunity has not been there for Brock Purdy.
The fuck if it hasn't? He went to the NFC Championship, dude. You don't get much more opportunity than
He
that.
came out injured. So he played how long for that game?
Okay, it wasn't like he just
Time in that
got
game.
injured.
Let me just,
Yeah, we gotta bring that up too. We gotta talk about that. Because it's not just something that happens. Like we determine greatness based off accolades and awards. Right? And if someone has done something that someone else hasn't, and it's not like he's like a defensive end, you know what I'm saying? He's the quarterback. Shit rests upon him.
Let me get the information for you fans.
It doesn't matter.
I'm going to put the time where he came out on the NFC Championship game last year.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to you.
It doesn't matter.
Stat-wise, okay. Listen,
Why-
you're literally...
Why does it matter?
You're
Why does it
literally
matter?
saying he's worse than Jimmy G.
Yes.
Jimmy G's had way more chances. Way more fucking chances. Hell, he can't even do it with the talent that he's got in Vegas.
He did it. He did it.
Gosh. Anywho.
It doesn't. Why does it matter when he went out in the NFC Championship? He was there. He had the opportunity.
Saying it right now, Brock Purdy's not as bad as Jimmy G. He's actually probably top tier once he gets his legs underneath him and he has a chance to read defenses like he did in college. And you can believe it or not, it's okay. You have your own opinions on him, right or wrong. Those are your opinions right now. They're opinion based.
My entire opinion, and the whole reason that I've even tried to bring other information into your purview is just because of how strong you've been on it. All I've said from day one
I've
is that
protected against you saying he sucks.
I didn't even say he fucking sucks, dude.
He has to prove it to you.
He has to prove it to everyone. Yes, it's a system. He's a system quarterback, and when the system fails, he does not succeed. He cannot pull the team out of a loss. He can't put him in a position.
All three team losses.
He can't put him in a position
that
ahead enough.
In a row.
He can't put him in a position ahead enough.
On Brock Purdy.
Yes, it's the quarterback with the most important position on the field. The quarterback has the most important position on the field.
Butker saved the Chiefs the same game Moody could have saved the fucking 49ers after running them down.
Okay.
You cannot put that on Brock Purdy.
Why? If we could put that on Mahomes, we can definitely put that on Purdy. Yes, it's up to the quarterback to put them in a position of success and to get them out of a position of danger. Right?
And he did.
He did?
40 yards, dude. Any kicker in their freaking right mind that's been.
That doesn't sound like it's getting them out of danger. It's not like it's keeping them out of a position of danger. We gave up shit. Our quarterback had 3 interceptions last game. 2 interceptions the game before that. 2 interceptions the game before that. Had no interceptions last game. Actively worked on self. Kept us in a position of strength.
Your defense
kept us out of a position of weakness. No, dude. No, our defense
First
didn't.
3 games of the season,
our defense didn't because the most sacked quarterback in the NFL did better than every other quarterback in the NFL.
Your defense, the first 3 games, saved you on those wins. You would have had at least one more other
And see,
loss.
I like how we go from talking about one specific game to talking about a bigger thing just to fit a narrative that
you're talking about a bigger thing. 3 losses in a row. 2 of those would have been wins if the kicker would have shown up. The whole team has to show the fuck up, dude. A win and a loss is not due to just one person on the field. It's not.
You just contradicted what the fuck you just said.
You
just said it was up to the
you
said the kicker lost the game, but it doesn't win or lose. One person doesn't win or lose. You're the one that just fucking said that.
When the team gets you down the fucking field, the team has to fucking win, right?
One person can't win or lose. But Jake Moody lost it for everyone.
Whatever helps your narrative, dude.
Okay, so as they continue to lose.
Whatever helps your narrative.
Are we gonna say it's because of the proven Pro Bowl caliber players on the team? Is it the best wide receiver or is it the best running back in the NFL?
I don't know.
Is it his fault that they're losing games
this week?
Huh?
He didn't get a win this week, is it?
He got 2 touchdowns by himself.
So he just ran him in with nobody running, no one near him, huh? The defenders didn't help at all. Fuck out of here, dude. The team comes out no matter what with a win or loss. It's not on one person's shoulder. It's not. If Brock Purdy takes the team down and the kicker misses it, that's on Brock Purdy. That's what you said.
What I said is the quarterback has the most important job on the field, and it's their job to keep the team in a position of winning and keep them out of a position of danger. I'm saying it's up to the quarterback to make sure that it doesn't come down to a 3-point game, so the kicker doesn't have to put the entire game on their shoulders. Yeah, When the quarterback doesn't play well, the game is dependent upon other people. Yes, that's what I'm saying. When the quarterback plays well, everybody plays well. I think you could Google everything that I've just said. I haven't said anything that is a lie or exaggerated or any type of bullshit. Anyone that watches this can comment and tell us. The quarterback absolutely is the most important person on the field. They are the leader of the entire team.
You took all the wins away from Brock Purdy. At the beginning of the season, you took them all away from him.
No, I didn't. All I said was...
He's got to prove it to me. All the offenses there, they're doing all the stuff in the world.
Go back and listen to what I said.
Go back.
Go back and listen to what I said. I'm talking to you.
I will. I'm going to. And
Because all I said is the dude has had the best team in the NFL. It's the most talent in the NFL all on the same team. It's Pro Bowl caliber positions, Pro Bowl caliber players at every position. At every position. Nick Bosa won the defensive player of the year last year. George Kittle is talked about as the best tight end ever. If Kelsey was a regular tight end and blocked more and didn't get as many receptions as he did, Kittle would absolutely be the best tight end in the game, even with how old he is. Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the game. There is no doubt about that. There is no way that anyone can argue that. Deebo Samuel is even being Deebo is a Pro Bowl caliber wide receiver. He's looking up Alvin Kamara versus Christian McCaffrey stats.
Alvin Kamara, 92 games played versus 82. Christian McCaffrey has him in rush attempts, rushing yards. Actually, Kamara has him. Rushing touchdown.
Before we go any further, I'm saying that everything
first downs by rushing
doesn't matter. Because of that right there. Go to this year.
Kamara was suspended.
Okay.
So you're saying less games don't matter this season?
Everything that I'm talking about is right now, dude. Everything that I'm talking about is right now.
You said he was okay. So 2023, Christian McCaffrey's the number one running back. You said in the league, period. You didn't say this year.
We're going to talk about, you're right, we're just going to talk about out of the history of NFL forever.
Fucking goodness.
What do you think I was talking about?
You're going to get upset. I'm just ordered to be done.
Because, dude, like, all of this started because you threw Jalen under the bus for no reason.
Actually, it all started because you threw somebody else under the bus. But what was it saying?
Well, who did I throw under the bus?
Tua.
How did I do that?
Stats were padded because of Tyreek Hill.
You said that.
The fuck I did. You did. And then you said, would he have that good of a year without Tyreek Hill? I'm the one that said no. Because I'm a realist and I use information that I already have. You said
remember how the conversation
his
went?
stats were padded.
I didn't.
You threw shit.
No, I didn't. I never said that his stats were padded. I asked you a fucking question. And the question was, I said, he has 2,416 yards. I said, does he have that many yards because of Tyreek? You said, yeah. I said, thank you. I said, what? And then you said, and then you for some reason got upset with that. And then I asked you alternatively to try to give you understanding.
No.
I said, would he have those yards without Tyreek? You said no. I said, thank you again. Not ever once did I say that his stats were padded.
Oh, yes, you did.
I said exactly what you said. I said that he has those yards because of Tyreek. Without Tyreek, I don't think he would have those yards.
Yet you think every other quarterback without their number one would.
Not at all. Not at all.
Jalen would.
I think Jalen would.
Mahomes would.
He doesn't have a receiver core.
Fucking everyone would. He basically, fuck you too.
I know. I think other quarterbacks without the best receiver in the NFL, even you agreed to that. Yes, I think that they would be close to the same stats that they are at right now, given the talent that their number one has versus their number two.
If A.J. Brown had the quarterback that Tyreek has, he'd have better stats. Devontae Adams had the quarterback that Tyreek has, he would have better stats.
What?
Yeah. He's one of the most accurate fucking passers, even with 2 seconds that he throws it at.
He can't even play a full season.
Again, shade at him. All right.
The sample size is too small.
So far,
the sample size is too small.
Jalen Hurts, his first season was last season, right?
No.
No?
Nope.
What was his first starting year?
The year before that.
How many games did he play? Did he play all season?
Yes.
Because he didn't last year.
He missed 2 games. He missed 2
You're
games.
literally throwing shade at
He
somebody.
didn't miss 5 games.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't miss 5 games.
I just fucking hope the Eagles and the Dolphins are in the Super Bowl.
We already watched them play.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. And you won't have your refs at home. 10-0. It's okay.
Dude, and
It's okay.
look,
we can
you
continue. Next.
No, we can't because you get so fucking upset.
I'm not even upset.
Dude,
You're
yes,
the one
you are.
getting fucking loud.
Okay, because you know how many times you've done this to me?
I'm just stating fucking facts.
You know how many
dude?
times you've done
and
this to
you
me?
don't want to listen to the facts, so there's no point in me continuing.
Oh my god, no! Because you know what you've done to me 100 times? You've done. You're acting like Skip Bayless. That's acting like Skip Bayless.
Nope.
Yes, it is. I've watched Skip Bayless do that. I've watched him grunt and blah and roll his eyes and shake his head and do all that other shit.
There's no point
Because look,
in giving you facts
all
if
I
it's going to
said-
smack a wall and fall off.
it's not facts, dude. He's either that good or Tyreek is the best. I think all I'm fucking saying is that look, if Jalen had Tyreek Hill, I think yes, he'd be at 2,400 yards too. I think he'd be at 2,400 yards too, and I think that he would also have 18 touchdowns. I think he'd probably have less interceptions.
No,
No?
I don't think so, but that's my opinion. Just like your opinion is that. That's my opinion.
Why do you think that?
He's only come out as a passer in the last couple games.
What?
Your quarterback. Pocket passing. He's always had to use his fucking legs.
He's been a pocket passer this whole season. You gotta touch your face every time I talk?
You're not listening. So there's no point in me
I am listening.
putting the facts to you.
You said Jalen.
He would not be that good.
You said
If he had Tyreek Hill, his stats wouldn't be that good.
And I asked you
And that's
why.
what I said.
And I asked you why.
Because he can't throw the deep ball. He's proven that in the Super Bowl. He can get it deep, but he can't get it as deep as Tua. They came from the same team in college.
Hey, will you look up how many of...
What's Jalen Hurts' deepest ball?
Hey, will you look up how many of Tua's 2,400 yards have been deep balls? Or actually, look up...
We're going to specifically go out. Okay.
Look up Tyreek's yards after catch. Well, yeah, because if his deep ball doesn't matter this year, then that whole thing doesn't matter. And my whole thing, because you rubbing your face and going like that just a second ago, you said Jalen has only been a pocket passer the last few games, which is 8 now because he's been pocket passing this whole season. No, that's not what I asked you to look up. I like how you're being.
No, I'm pulling up both of their stats versus each other. You want me to pull up?
I have their
okay,
stats.
Here.
It's right there. Yards after catch. Jesus Christ. I said 12 receptions for 471 yards. Go back up. Go back up. Right there. He's got 1,014 yards. How many of those do you think are from deep balls?
Those are receiving yards.
I know. How many of those do you think are from deep balls? What's his deepest this season? Like, I get it, loving your team and that shit, but
I say one negative thing about your team, you freak out.
because it comes from
That's it.
because it comes out.
I come from
it comes
facts.
no because it comes out of the fucking blue, and you do it out of a place of emotion. We were not even talking about my quarterback. We weren't talking about my team, and it had nothing to do about my team. You said that to try to hurt my feelings, and that's childish. That's why I freaked out. We were talking about Tua because it's part of the banter. It's part of the breakdown. Just like last week, we were talking about my quarterback because he had how many fucking interceptions he thrown. You didn't hear me getting pissed off and talking mad shit on Tua?
You're literally saying Tua would not be that good without Tyreek Hill.
No, all I fucking said was I don't think Tua would have that many yards without Tyreek. That's all I said. It doesn't matter. I'm done talking about
There's
this.
a 69-yard touchdown catch.
And you don't think Jalen can't throw it 69 yards?
Running.
63 yards.
Where?
He's just the MVP runner-up, Super Bowl runner-up, NFC Championship winner, with a bigger sample size. I don't know, man.
I never once said he wasn't top tier, though.
You said that you don't think that Tyreek would be good on if.
I don't think he'd be as good as Tua with Tyreek.
Oh,
That's what I said.
no, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
I said Jalen Hurts
That's literally not what
would
you
not
said.
be as good
No,
with Tyreek.
no, that's not what you said. Once we're done with this, I'm going to show you what you said.
Yeah.
Because you're over here. What you said. You said AJ Brown would be better if he
I did
had
say
Tyreek's quarterback.
As Tua. Yeah.
That's
I did say that.
absolutely incorrect. Also,
I also said that Devontae Adams would be too.
that's incorrect. Also,
You were saying that Tua isn't as good as Jimmy G getting the ball and is accurate.
what?
If Devontae Adams had Tua as his quarterback,
You said
don't
Devontae
think-
Smith
I
and
said
AJ
Adams.
Brown.
I said Adams.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Oh my God.
You can watch it from the
I
front.
will.
Devontae Adams would
That's
have
not what you said
way
the first
more.
time
Yes,
or
it
the
is.
second time. You just said Devontae Adams for the first time
I
just
may have
now.
missed it the second fucking time, but the first time I said Devontae Adams.
And why'd you
Well,
say
we can
AJ
watch
Brown?
it. Because they're wide receiver ones. I'm saying that if you have that accurate and that deep ability and that fast of a throw, those wide receiver ones would have way more yards. Even Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he has, in my opinion, a pretty damn good quarterback right now getting him the ball. That's what I said.
So, you think that your quarterback is better than an MVP runner-up, better than a Super Bowl winner?
Never once said that.
You just said
I said
that.
he can throw the deeper ball better in accuracy than those quarterbacks to get them the ball at that deep to get a touchdown every fucking time. That's what I said.
All right.
I never once said Tua was better than Jalen Hurts overall, did I?
You might as well have.
Oh, so I might as well have. So now you're putting words in my mouth again because that's what you wanted to
You
hear.
might as well have.
That's not what I
are
said,
you trying
though.
to say?
All I'm saying is don't put shade on Tua because he's
I didn't
already
fucking
proven.
put shade on Tua.
He's already proven
I didn't put shade
without
on Tua.
his concussion year that he can get over 1,000 yards with at
No one
least.
said he couldn't. All I said is that he's not getting
Where
24. I'm
where
saying
would you
he's not
put
getting
Jalen Waddle
2,400
in
yards.
wide
I'm
receiving
saying
course?
he's not getting 2,400 yards in 8 games without Tyreek. That's all I said. And you got so fucking upset. No.
Where would you put Jalen Waddle in the wide receiver core right now?
With your fucking team,
No, with any team.
Jalen Waddle is not a good wide receiver. I think he'd be a wide receiver 2 on some teams, wide receiver 3 on
Right,
others.
middle of the road, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
But he's got Tua throwing to him. And he got over 1,000 yards rookie year. That's my
If
point.
you're a wide receiver
the
1, you're
sample
gonna
size that you're looking at.
If you're gonna be a wide receiver 1, you're gonna get yards. You're gonna get yards.
You're talking about sample sizes.
Devontae Smith got 1,000 yards last season. Is he a wide receiver 1?
Devontae Adams?
Devontae Smith got 1,000 yards last season.
Devontae Smith? No, he's not a wide receiver one.
Okay, he got 1,000 yards last
He's
season.
been proven he's a 2, maybe 3.
He is a wide receiver 1 on most teams. He's not a wide receiver 1 on
He's proven he's a wide receiver 2 or 3 with this year's stats.
because he's not getting it thrown to him.
Because if he does, it's getting dropped.
He dropped 3 passes in 2 games.
That's fucking damn wrong. Damn, I spelled his name wrong. Sorry, Smith.
Yeah, he watches.
Even if he doesn't, I'm gonna apologize.
He's gonna text us tomorrow. He said, "Hey, you guys spent 45 minutes fucking bullshitting about your stupid ass team that you missed the whole rest of the fucking episode." Just go to his stats. Just type in stats. Right there, first one. Yep.
That's ESPN.
Okay.
I search the NFL most of the time because of the next gen stats they got.
Hey, There's 18 games in a season, and he's got almost 500 yards. He'll have 1,000 yards this season. $63 long. You're right. Wide receiver 3. Such a piece of shit quarterback.
Never once said your quarterback was a piece of shit. You took it that way.
You said he's a wide receiver 3.
I said Devonta Smith.
That's
is
who
a
we're
wide
looking
receiver
up.
2 and wide receiver 3.
That's what we're looking
And then
up.
you pulled up your quarterback in here.
No,
We
talking.
were talking about him, and then you said your quarterback.
I didn't say anything about my quarterback. I said he's a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, piece of shit. That's who we're talking about. This guy who has
He's
almost 500 yards through not even midway of the season.
It's not even 23 regular season. Here we go. Received 39 out of 57 targets.
How many is that? What is that? What is that? No, I'll do it here.
18 drops.
What is that?
18 drops. That's what I just fucking said.
Hang on.
Career? Jeez, he's had almost 100 drops. He's 66% accurate in receptions since he started. That tells me he's a wide receiver 2, 3 option. That's what
Yeah,
that
that
tells
doesn't make you're not using you're not coming from a position of objectiveness.
me. Yes,
Do you realize that at 39 out of 57, you realize that's 70%?
Actually, it's 68. I said 66% is 2/3. That's what
Yeah.
I said. That's what this is.
Yeah.
So he is consistently around 66%, 67%.
Do you know how long he's been in the league?
My point is that not 2/3?
Do you know how long he's been in the league?
No, I don't.
He was a rookie last season.
Round 1, pick 10 in 2021. Came from Bama, so he has caught passes from Jalen Hurts before.
Second year, my bad.
So he already has a rapport with Alabama quarterbacks, and that's probably why they grabbed him in the first round. Because there's 3 of them out there starting right now. But yes, if he did not have a quarterback on a college team that he's used to playing with, he would be a wide receiver 2, 3 option. Yes.
That's like 2 passes a game, dude. That's not.
Okay.
You're
You're
like-
telling me I'm wrong.
I'm telling you that it's not.
But I'm
that's
agreeing.
Not
I'm
bad.
not
That's
saying
wide
it's
receiver
bad.
2.
I'm not saying
that's
it's
wide
bad.
receiver 1 on most teams. Look up someone else. Let's look up. Look up.
Who? Who do you want to
Look
look
up
at?
Cooper Cup.
Oh my gosh, this year?
Yeah.
Good luck. He's been out most of it. He's only played fucking 2.
You want to use this?
Nah, you guys right. Career stats. He's been in the league since 2017.
Oh.
Receiving. Where's his fucking attempts?
Didn't show it right there.
There it is. I mean,
Don't worry, guys. It's gonna be. I told you it's gonna be a good one. And we still got more of the show. We're not done yet. David just pissed me off. We're getting past it. I got the calm spoke.
regular season 21-38, career 529 to 735. That's the one you need to look at. That gives them those overall percentages. So 735, he's at 72%.
3% away from.
72%.
No, we're not rounding up.
You round up in every other
3%.
number. 71.9%.
No, it was 68, and this is 71. That's 3%. And how many more seasons? Go ahead and see all. Oh no, that's 2023.
He's been in since 2017. He was a third round pick.
Yeah.
Pick number 69.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet if you
He
look up,
also hasn't had a decent quarterback
if you look up,
throwing to him Matt Stafford's only been there 2 years.
But just another Super Bowl winner.
Oh my gosh.
The fuck, dude?
What I'm saying is he's only been there. Matt Stafford's only been there, what, 2 years now?
Long enough to win a fucking Super Bowl?
It only takes 1 year to win a
You're
Super Bowl.
right.
That's
You're right. It only took him 1 year to beat the best of the best. Alright, we gotta keep it moving. Where was I on the fucking breakdown? You pissed me off, you know that? You make me upset. Shut up. I'm looking for it.
We were about where Tua was
Fuck Tua.
smacking his yards.
Smacking his nuts. Anyway, yeah, dude. If they can triple, yeah. Here, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss you off even more, and you can get mad. I don't even care.
I don't get mad.
Well,
I use
dude.
stats. Dude, it's as simple as that. If the information
We're gonna take a
pisses
poll.
you off-
Everybody, I'm gonna comment on here, and if you think David got mad during this episode, I want you to give us a fucking.
Oh,
I want,
no.
Give
I
us
got
a,
irritated.
give us a,
I'll give you that.
Give us a sad face if you think David got mad.
I got irritated.
And
I'll give you
if
that.
you guys are a statistician like I am, I want you to count how many times David rolled his eyes and went.
Because talking to you is like talking to a brick wall, dude. You don't understand. You're not even listening to the
I
stats.
do understand. You weren't giving stats.
Oh my god. Yes, I was.
You weren't.
Okay.
I was
And I
giving
wasn't.
stats. And all I asked. And that's the whole thing that you got upset with.
I got irritated because you're throwing shade at somebody
I
that doesn't
didn't
need
throw shade. I didn't throw shade. All I said is that without Tyreek, he'd probably be right around here with the other top tier echelon quarterbacks, right around the 2100 range. That's all I was saying. All right. On to the star of the show. Who do you got?
Well, we were going over the teams.
What teams?
The team wins and losses.
Yeah, we did that. We did that.
Okay.
We did that. The people that needed to win won. The people that needed to lose lost. And that's all that matters.
Didn't they though? Because I mean, Chiefs got blown out by the Broncos.
I don't have the score.
Carolina got their first win.
Who gives a shit, man? Yeah, look, and here's the deal. Houston, you let me fucking down, man. I really thought that CJ and Nico were going to do something cool. I even said that. And they kind of shit the bed. Because Carolina's dog ass, dude. They're like Arizona bad. You know what I
Hey, they
mean?
got their first win.
It's week 8.
Yeah, 2 rookie quarterbacks playing in the league for the first year.
Yeah, but there was a lot more that was projected out of...
To be desired out of Stroud,
No.
especially for that team.
Young.
Oh, well, yeah, a lot more
Yeah.
before the season started.
Yeah.
Still came out with a W, though.
I expected Cleveland to pull out a dub. It didn't. And let this be let this whole Kansas City Denver thing be a lesson to everybody. You know, nobody, and I mean nobody, beats
Beats
Denver
Denver 17
years
fucking
ago.
times.
Yeah. 17 times in a row. No one does it. You remember that. Fuck Joe Burrow and Brock Purdy. They're both bad. Man, fuck however you came up with this voodoo to get that many right.
What?
Minnesota, their whole season has gone down the toilet.
You think just because Cousins?
Duh. It's the most important position on the field, man.
I mean, he does. He can put the ball in a lot of places. He's shown that this season and last season. And he can come out with a dub in the second quarter, the second half too, like last year when he came back from that deficit.
Not anymore. Not with the torn ACL.
Yeah, no, he's gone.
Wait, was it Achilles? Was his Achilles? I think it was. Yeah,
I have to look it back out.
You know,
He's out though.
it was Achilles.
He's out.
You don't have to look that up.
They're gonna.
I know it. We're friends on Facebook.
Oh yeah. That's on Facebook.
Star of the show.
Star of the show. For this week?
No, for week 10.
I didn't actually pick one this week.
What? Did you watch football?
I did, but I didn't pick one. I would say Watt had a good game.
Who?
TJ Watt. He had a good game. Gibbs had a good game for a breakout rookie with Montgomery out.
I'm gonna go Sam Howell. Even though he didn't win.
Because of what he did.
It was pretty good, man. They always have a great game against us.
A division game. He came into play.
I'm gonna go with Dak for a winning QB. He did it. He impressed me a lot, dude. Fucking Micah Parsons. Did you hear about his interview that he did on the podcast?
What? Where he said the Eagles were number one. There was nothing that can stop him right now.
He went even further than that. He was talking about how dangerous we are, that we have no weaknesses, how we...
Well, yeah. I mean, I paraphrased, but yeah, he was basically just...
And the week before that, he was talking about his top 5 favorite teams.
Mm-hmm.
And he had us at number 1.
He wants to trade to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
No.
It didn't happen. Trade deadline's over.
Yeah. The next
Cowboys
year,
ain't get rid of him anyways.
not yet. But next year, I'd take a Michael Parsons. Not having been
On that defense?
That'd be nasty, dude.
You already have one of the nastiest defenses when it comes to talent.
And with Kevin Byard?
How you're not ranked number one in defense in the NFL blows my mind because of the talent you have already on there.
That's because of games like Washington. Because they're not very good.
Yeah, you can't stop them when it comes to it, which is sad because they're not that good.
They're not. They just have
You
really
lost to the Jets, and they're not that good right now either.
Hey.
Well, I'm just saying your defense should be.
It's 3 interceptions.
Way better.
It's 3 interceptions. It's tough. It's tough to do that, dude.
That defense held the Jets down. That was a low-scoring win.
Jalen had 3 interceptions. They were doing great on interceptions with.
Yeah, that defense was blowing up. Yeah. I mean, you have the talent on defense that should stop. I would say almost every team in the NFL right now is offense, and they have proven that they can do miraculous things. So I mean,
all right,
miraculous things. Yeah, whatever.
Dave's Diamonds. Moving on to Dave's Diamond Star of the show.
Yeah.
Who'd you say?
I had Devontae Adams getting 150 yards.
No, Star of the show. Who'd you have?
I had 2. I picked 2 of them. I said Gibbs had a great breakout rookie.
Rookie breakout Gibbs.
And Buck. I just said it. You got me excited on the other part.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
TJ Watt. TJ Watt.
Oh yeah, Watt.
Yeah.
On to Dave's Diamonds. You said.
Yeah, Stroud had me bucked.
Hang on. These are mine. These are the ones I picked. These are the ones you picked.
Oh, we're down here. Okay.
Yeah, you're over here. So, I would say that this is probably your best diamond pick yet.
Well, I was picking no-namers the first few weeks.
Yeah,
anyways.
you were. I think you really didn't like our viewers. You didn't like.
No, I
our
thought
fans.
David's diamonds meant like rookies
Shit
or
on
people
your
that
whole lineup?
you wouldn't think would
Could
come
play?
out and
Do anything?
come out and do. See,
Play football.
anywho.
Anyway, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, he's fucking.
150 yards you're supposed to get with Jimmy G back.
He's screwed with that coaching and that quarterback. He's screwed. That guy, if you get it in his hands, he's touchdown material, dude. I mean.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
4 of them, dude. At least 3 of them could have been touchdowns.
No, Jacoby Myers is, but he's not.
Jacoby Myers is middle of the road, catch it in the middle of the road. He doesn't go that deep like Devontae. I'm not saying he sucks.
You realize the last 3 games he's had more yards than Devontae
Yeah.
and less catches?
Yeah.
How does that mean that he's not getting the yards?
He's getting the yards after carry, dude.
No. These are ones that he's catching. Devontae is just not doing it. He's not. You're not doing it. You have to stop doing the Devontae Adams name. It's not a good brand anymore. It's not good.
If you don't overthrow the guy like they did those ones,
Stop it.
I'm telling you.
Stop it.
You can't tell me.
One was overthrown.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Do you know what happened on the other one? Devontae slowed down. Why did he slow down? I have no.
He had to juke
no.
out the fucking
He was
defender,
already.
and then he was
Stop
gone.
it. He was already past him. You stop that. I'll show you the replay. I'll find it. You stop that. I won't let you have that one. That's not real. That's fictitious. You made that up.
Fucker. Oh my gosh.
Jared Goff. That was a good pick. 272 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. There's been a shit ton of interceptions this year. A shit ton of interceptions.
With people that don't normally throw them.
Yeah, like, hang on.
Mahomes, his first 5 or 6 games, he normally doesn't throw them, and he's thrown several this year.
Yeah, because hang on, check this out. Check this out. MVP races. Tua, I'm not going to throw any more shade. I'm just saying, based off his injury and the fact that no one thinks that he can last long in the league, I don't think anyone is really going to put a chance on him and really put faith on him, even if he has the potential to show out and show up for a little bit. So it's going to come down to Jalen and Patrick. Pat,
What if he plays all season?
for the season, if he plays all season, I'll be impressed.
Pat, at a 10 spot, he plays all season.
Stop that. Pat has 2,258 yards, 15 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Jalen has 2,140 yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So Hurts has less, or my apologies, 118 yards more and 2 touchdowns more, 2 passing touchdowns more. How many rushing touchdowns does Mahomes? How many rushing touchdowns does Jalen have versus Mahomes this year?
I don't even think Mahomes has but 2.
Just put rushing touchdown by quarterback.
Oh yeah, that one's old.
Shit.
That's 2022, 2023.
Brother, right there.
And Jalen Hurts.
That's still.
Josh Allen.
No, that's still cold. Yeah.
That's what?
That's not this year alone. They're not doing this year alone.
Oh, that's 2023 again.
It's like you're not listening to me. Right there.
Jalen Hurts.
Wait. I'm gonna go back. Go back.
Rushing TV.
6.
We're probably gonna have to go to the bottom of the list for Mahomes.
Yeah, because there's Pacheco.
Yeah, he ain't even on here.
Alright, so.
I don't even know why that's
Shit.
that's something to worry about.
That's crazy. And he's not even rushing like he usually does. Alright. So, who. Next we have. So I'll give you that one. Goff was a good one. He had 13.68 points. Amon-Ra St. Brown. That was a good one too. 6 receptions, 108 yards, 16.8 points. Kittle. Another good one. Even with the loss, he had 9 receptions, 149 yards, 23.9 points. And Jonathan Taylor, 2 receptions, 95 yards, 10.7 points. Not bad.
Look at that.
Who are your diamonds this year? Or this week? Who are your diamonds this week?
I'm putting Tua in Frankfurt, Germany against the Chiefs. I got Butker because he's going to have to kick it. I think so. Plus, they're playing in Germany. They love kickers. Wide receiver, I'm going to go with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Again?
They're playing against...
You're putting him on the diamond list back to back?
Yeah, they're playing against
All right.
fucking... Oh, is Deshaun Watson playing this week?
Who knows? We probably
I
won't
mean,
know
he's getting
until
paid to
later.
sit on the bench at this point.
You already put him down. Who else? Watch Patrick have a blowout game this game. And you're going to put 2 on your...
Andrews, tight end. I put him in your tight end 1 position this year. This
Mark
week.
Andrews?
Yeah. In Baltimore.
Let's do one more.
Well, we got to, because I need at least 1 running back, and I'm going to say Kamara. I'd love to put Devontae Adams, but motherfucker ain't proving nothing. And
Kamara might be a good choice. They're probably going to win this week.
Yeah.
All right. Next on the segment is the contender or pretender list. So here's what I've started doing, guys. Anyone that has been on the pretender list for multiple weeks running and is still on there, they're going to get a permanent pretender. They're a capital pretender, capital P pretender. We have 2 capital P pretenders on the list so far. Can you guess who they might be?
Well, one of them is Brock Purdy.
No.
No? Let's say you put him on that list for a while.
Shut up. Objective.
I'm damn near objective.
No, you're not.
Is that not a fact? He's been on there
No.
a few times?
No. Once.
No, check
Yes.
your other weeks.
Once.
So why do you have Jalen Hurts as a contender or pretender?
What are you talking about? Because he threw 3 interceptions.
That's this week?
No.
Where's this week's?
Down here.
Oh. I was like, what?
See? You have no idea what you're talking about.
You're a mosh posh of shit. I don't even know what week's week in here.
I know, because it's not yours. But Purdy's only went on there once. So quit talking your shit. Who do you think my 2 permanent pretenders are? I just don't want to keep putting them on the list anymore. That's what it is. But they're on there. Don't you worry. In fact, the permanent pretenders are on there until I let you know that they're taken off, and that's going to be until they have a good game.
Well, we've talked about Waller a few times.
You don't fucking listen to me at all when I talk, do you? You just tune me the fuck out. You just wait for me to stop talking so you can start talking, huh? You're like my 8-year-old. It's Bijan Robinson and Devontae Adams. They're both not good.
We already went over a pretender for Bijan last week.
What was the question that I asked you? You didn't hear me, did you?
If he's been on there for whatever, he's a permanent pretender.
Permanent pretender.
Are we going to put him on there next week?
No, he's a
Okay.
permanent pretender. I'm not talking about him anymore. In fact, he's a permanent pretender until I go, guys, he's off the pretender list.
Okay.
Permanent piece.
So Adams is a permanent P.
Permanent P. Permanent P. Bijan, permanent P. What?
Who you got over there?
The first one that I got on here is Pat.
Oh, Mahomie?
Mahomie, you
Mahomie?
are on the pretender list.
Machodemy?
You are on the pretender list.
He's had a few bad weeks, so I would probably put him as a pretender right now this year.
I wouldn't say a few.
He's,
I mean, they've been. Here's the deal. They haven't even really been bad in comparison to like other quarterbacks, but they have absolutely been less than expected
Well, I mean,
from Mahomes.
if everyone
And that's what's crazy.
says the game that you play against the Chiefs is your Super Bowl unless you're a good team going into the playoffs, that's your Super Bowl.
They're a
And
good
yet
team.
you're playing against a team that literally in the NFC would not have that record.
I don't.
Wouldn't. That record's boosted due to their division games alone and the AFC. Who they've played. They've only played 2 teams over 500.
So that's not fair, man. That's not fair.
It's a fact.
Because the AFC is usually stacked. It's usually way more stacked.
But
than
at the same time, if you've only played 2 teams over 500, and yet you're talking about somebody that's played 2 teams over 500 and lost them
yeah,
2.
but that's only this year. Usually,
I'm talking about this year.
I know, but I'm saying.
So this year, right
totality.
now,
I'm saying in totality.
you're saying he's not a pretender.
In totality,
This year. That's what this is.
No,
this
this
list
week.
is for.
this week.
Okay. So this week he's not a pretender.
This week he is a pretender.
I still put him as a borderline contender. I don't put him as a full pretender.
No, this was pretender
But-
status. He got no touchdowns and three turnovers.
He ain't done nothing all year, really.
He got no touchdowns and 3 turnovers.
You know their best games?
Did you hear what I said? He was the best person on the other team.
I get it. I heard you 3 times.
Pretender.
This is the 3rd time you've said it. I've heard you every 3 times. I get it. Pretender this week. But
He's
you
the
know,
leader of the Chiefs and was the best person on Denver's team.
I don't know if he's the leader of the Chiefs.
He is when he puts on that quarterback.
Fucking Andy Reid and, at this point, Travis Kelce. Their best games. I'm going to tell you right now, you need to fly Taylor Swift out to Frankfurt. Let her in the box. Travis Kelce will have a great-ass game, make Patrick Mahomes look great, and they'll maybe come out with a win.
What you need to do is keep Travis Kelce out her box and make sure these motherfuckers stay focused.
well, okay. Listen.
All right.
Listen, you can't do that.
Moving on.
I think I have my best days at work after I get some.
Brock
That's my
Purdy.
life. I mean, what are you doing? What about Brock Purdy? As right now, I wouldn't even put him as borderline contender. Right now, he's a pretender.
Yeah, he's definitely on the pretender list. 365 yards, 71%, not bad.
I mean, he still did better than Mahomes.
Yeah, because he got a
Stats
touchdown.
wise, I mean, stats alone.
Only because he got a touchdown.
Well, and his passing yards.
None of that shit matters to me.
Either way, his stats are better than Mahomes, but he's a pretender right now.
When you turn the ball over this many times without as many touchdowns, I mean that's why I had Jalen.
Brock Purdy has 5 interceptions this year. Pat Mahomes has 8.
Yeah.
So don't say turn the ball over that many fucking times and hand it to other people. After Mahomes' stats this year,
Hey,
jeez.
he only has that many interceptions, but he's also fumbling the ball for loss.
Who?
Brock.
So is fucking Mahomes.
Yes,
he
I
had
know.
4 fumbles.
The
this
only
week.
thing that he did better than Pat, in my eyes,
Was
because this shit
yards
I don't give a
and
fuck.
touchdown.
This doesn't matter to me. This is the only thing that matters to me
Touchdown.
because this is egregious. That's bad.
It is.
All right,
Look how many years Mahomes has been in the league versus Purdy.
Cooper.
Cooper Cup. Puka. Puka's doing better than Cup.
Not by much. I'm,
He's a rookie.
I don't care about that neither. We need to talk about this week because my good golly gee whiz, oh buddy. Between the two of them, I want you to take a guess at how many points they had combined.
I don't know, because you have one and I have the other. I don't know.
Take a guess. That's what a guess is.
I think I got maybe 10 points, maybe less. Probably
13.4.
about 16 points, 6 points for him.
13.4. Cooper had 4 receptions for 21 yards. Puka had 3 receptions for 43 yards.
How many targets?
I don't know.
That matters.
It doesn't.
It does.
These are pretenders. That's pretending.
You ain't putting Puka as a pretender, really?
Man, that's pretending.
Really? He's top 5 in receiving yards of the year.
I don't care. That's a pretending. This week.
Okay, week 8.
He was pretending. He was pretending. Darren Waller.
Fuck him, dude.
He had an amazing game last week. You better calm down.
He needs to have amazing games anyways.
He got ruled out in his defense, but I am putting him on the pretender list, even with getting hurt, because it was 1 reception for 4 yards.
He needs to be having better games for that caliber of a player on that team. He needs to be putting something up because that team ain't doing nothing.
That's super fair. And last but certainly not least, it's your best friend Sam Howell. Sam Howell was 39 for 52 completion.
This week he's a contender.
397 yards, which is almost like superhuman, dude. It's a 75% completion rate. You know what I mean? 397 yards, 400. That's
He
Tom Brady
wanted
shit.
to beat you.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's pretending to be a contender.
Yeah, week 8 he's a contender.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing on everybody else, but not Howell.
Pretending. He's the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. I can't do it.
1 sack against the best defense, in my opinion.
That's 41 in total now. That's almost double the next runner up.
But he
David.
only had. Oh.
I can't do it. Do it again, Sammy. And we'll talk. I can't do it yet. You're pretending to be a contender.
But you're saying week 8 for everybody else.
Dude,
You gotta look at his week 8, man. I'm telling you, a contender right now.
You're on there.
You're on there.
You're on there. You're up there. And look, I'm going to put Dak up here. It's a good game.
Oh, you guys play him next week. Or this week, right?
Yeah.
That's the one we have $5 on.
Yeah. Yeah, you think Dallas is going to come into the link and do this?
They're going to Philly?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Dallas is lost. You're playing a team and Revs and a field. You're done.
And Jalen Carter's back. On to our final segment. Stefan selections. This is where I tell you guys my picks for the week, and you match them up and see how many you get right next Tuesday live when we are back here for Bro Banter. Starting off week 9, we have Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, correct. Next is Miami at KC.
And Frankfurt. I'm taking Miami. Staying faithful. I know that they have a high chance of losing that game.
It's actually not a super duper high chance. I don't think. I think Vegas only has them at like a 2.5 point favorite. It's not a lot.
They've had the Chiefs as a favorite every game they've been at, though.
Yeah, but it's not a high favorite.
It doesn't matter. I mean, technically, you're going against Super Bowl champs at a home game in Frankfurt, Germany. Both of you guys are flying out there. The Chiefs, they played
Coming off
Sunday.
a huge loss.
Yeah, they're coming off of a huge loss in Denver. Fuck. They both played Sunday. So they're going to both have the same lag time, depending on when they got out. I'm putting the Chiefs. I'm putting the Chiefs losing by a small margin because I want to see.
Yeah, manifest it.
I want to see my team win, and I want to see
Manifest it.
Tua and Tyreek beat out Mahomes and Kelsey. That's what I want to see.
Think he'll throw up a deuce?
I hope he does. I don't care if he gets fined, and neither does he. I hope he burns somebody there, like Snead.
Probably
Runs right
well,
by
he
Snead.
will.
Snead's going to be
faster
the one
than
block.
anybody in
He's
the NFL.
going to be the one as the corner on him, probably.
Minnesota, Atlanta. Atlanta's coming in, even with Desmond Ritter. It doesn't matter. I don't think Dobbs is
They're playing where?
Atlanta. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but where?
Atlanta. It doesn't
I
matter.
take Minnesota. Even without Cousins. That's who I would take. But that's just my opinion.
not smart. Uh,
That's what they said about the Chiefs game. That's what they said about the 49ers game I was right on.
you could have called that one. You could have called that one. I don't think anyone could have called the Denver game just because Denver's been playing like trash. But if they were playing like any better of a team, I think that could have been predicted as well. And I don't think anyone would consider Denver as bad as they are if you guys didn't beat them 70-20.
They wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
That defense.
I don't think I would.
That defense did not show up that game, and
You guys
they
just
haven't been
ran
that bad
hard
since.
over 'em, yeah, mopped them. New Orleans over Chicago. I got New Orleans on that one.
Yeah.
I got New Orleans on that one. Green Bay over the Rams.
They're playing in Lambeau.
I believe so.
I'm taking the Rams.
You are?
I think I'll take the Rams.
Okay.
Yeah, Green Bay ain't done nothing really
All right.
extravagant, and the Rams are coming off a loss.
All right. Baltimore is beating Seattle. They're on fire, man. I think they're going to lead the AFC. I really do. If they can stay healthy.
You just passed Washington and the Giants.
Oh. Washington and New England. It's in.
New England, they're playing the Patriots?
Yeah, and it's in Foxborough.
Oh, okay. They beat the Bills in Foxborough.
Huh?
They beat the Bills in Foxborough.
Yeah. Philly beat them in Foxborough, though, so it's.
Barely. Your defense beat them. I
When-
watched that game.
Inch or a mile, baby. Winning's winning.
Just win over close games is not a quarterback saving the team.
I said it's up to the quarterback
To put him in position
to win. Yeah.
to not
He
have to
should-
worry
yeah,
about it.
Right. Unfortunately, we were in a position that we had to worry about it.
Yeah, that was a close game.
Our quarterback put us in a position to win, and Jake Elliott came through. Houston over Tampa Bay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the loss they
Coming
took
off a
against
loss.
Carolina?
Yep. I think that's going to be some big motivation to come back and do some really, really cool things.
I mean, the first game Dale is not on a
Old
snap
Tank
count.
Dale. Old Tanko.
He was on a snap count last week because it's coming off the catch protocol.
Arizona is a terrible team. I don't think that they're going to pull out a dub here. I think Cleveland's
I mean,
gonna take
everyone
it.
said they were tanking before the year started anyways for a reason.
Jonathan Gannon, this is what you get, dude. He did some dirty shit to go to Arizona. He tried fucking over the Eagles and ended up had an investigation and was lucky that he was able to be a head coach. Indy is gonna beat Carolina. They deserve this win. They absolutely do. They're doing some really cool things there in Indy, and they've had some really close wins, and their fans really, really deserve a win. So, Shane Steichen, Gardner Minshew, because I don't think Anthony Richardson's back.
He's not.
Gardner Minshew, do some cool things, man.
I got
Jonathan
him.
Taylor, make some big runs.
I got him on one of my leagues. He's still out.
Carolina's not good. Vegas.
You got to win it?
This, if you have an opportunity to win, this is it. Okay?
Well, yeah.
This is it.
Who are they playing? The Giants?
The Giants. They're playing the Giants.
You know, I would say that too if they were playing the Carolina Panthers also. This is your chance to win.
You can do this. You can do this. Dallas is coming to Philly. It's going to be a good game.
They got a 5 spot on it. Knowing that they're playing in Philly, I didn't know that before. Because I knew you guys were playing them. Playing in Philly, they got a lot to climb against.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to be near perfect.
I hope to God we don't lose this game, dude.
It's a division
It's a
game.
divisional game,
And this year, your division games have been
well, they usually always are.
nut crashing, ball dragging.
Yeah, dude, it's like, I saw a meme the other day, it was like this, it was like, oh, I'm really happy I get to watch my favorite team on Sunday. And
then-
it's like, while the game is going, it's like, I want to fucking kill myself.
And then at the very end, thank
Yeah, we
God.
Yay, we won.
It's like Chiefs fans here
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah.
Whole middle of the fucking thing. Fuck my team.
Yeah.
I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're pieces of shit. And then, oh, we won.
Yay. Yay. Yay, we won.
You know what's funny, right?
What?
In my division, We've clean sweeped the Pats, and the Bills have not.
Damn.
Every year, too, has been a starter.
Shit happens. I don't. That's not a staple of like great accomplishment though. They're not that great. I think Bill Belichick without. I think Tom Brady. You know, he fooled everyone. He's not that great of a coach. Vegas, back to you. Pull out a dub here. Come on, you have the opportunity to. The Giants.
McDaniels has to have one.
Philadelphia's beating Dallas. Buffalo is gonna beat Cincinnati. It's gonna happen.
Where are they playing?
I don't care.
Oh, they're playing in Cincy. No, this is the game from last year. Cincy's winning.
No,
I'm putting Cincy on it.
no, the NFL's not gonna let it happen.
Because Hamlin's there playing. So.
That's right. And then the Chargers are going to handle it to the Jets. You guys heard it here.
I don't know.
Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Atlanta, New Orleans, Green Bay, New England, Baltimore, Houston, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Las Vegas, Philadelphia, Buffalo.
The Chargers
Los
over the
Angeles.
Jets.
Yeah. Justin Herbert, baby.
Okay.
All right. You guys heard it here. All right. Thank you guys so much again for joining us for another amazing episode of Bro Banter Podcast. We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate every single one of our followers, everyone that likes and shares the video, all of you that come here to even view it, and all of you that talk to us about our stupid podcast or our stupid teams or our stupid arguments or any of the stupid shit that we say or do. If
Yeah,
you
we
guys,
may get heated, but he's an alright guy.
yeah,
He
yeah.
has bad taste in sports.
You guys know what you see what I got to deal with. So another day, another deal.
What's that? Oh yeah, we just have two different shades of green.
Midnight green's always better. All right, guys. From both of us here at Bro Banner, we appreciate you all. Love you guys. Peace out.